Okay, hi guys, here's F-11. This is another short one. And before this, so this phase is helping you prepare for a situation that I've noticed a lot of students struggle with. And that is when you are taking the derivative of a term that is itself a product, and there's like a minus. Okay. So when, all right. So I've noticed this particular situation. See how I'm going to differentiate this expression. I've got three terms here, and this middle term is a product of x squared and y. So you're going to need product rule for that, and there's a minus in front. Students really struggle with sometimes this minus situation when you're subtracting a product within a larger expression. So here we have another situation. We got three terms. This middle one we're going to need to use product rule on, and there's a subtraction sign in front of it. So let me just do a little intro here. So if we're given that y is equal to y of x, let me just show you real quick. So differentiating these two, this expression, I'll show you two different ways. So one way of handling it is to like kind of group the x and y together. So, so like you bring down the minus, and then when you do the derivative, you're going to have it inside of parentheses, okay? So the derivative is, I'm going to need a y prime after a y derivative. So the derivative of x is just 1, bring down the y, plus bring down the x. The derivative of y is 1, but we need a y prime after a y derivative. And then you would distribute the negative. So this ends up being negative y minus xy prime, okay? So that's one way of handling it. I'm not going to handle it that way, though. Instead, I'm going to think of the minus as part of the first function, okay? So I'm just going to be looking at the minus as part of the first function. So the derivative of negative x is negative 1. Bring down the y, plus. Oh, shoot, do I want to think of it this way? I think actually I want to think of it the other way. I think I'll think of it the other way when I do these examples. Shoot. Okay, plus I'm doing the derivative. No. Plus I'm just bringing down the negative x, I guess. The derivative of y is 1, but then I've got to tack on a y prime, okay? And then this ends up being negative y minus xy prime. Shoot. Okay. You know what? I thought I was going to go with this, but I'm thinking that maybe this might be a little bit cleaner. Okay, you could do either. Okay, here, that's not it. It's the wrong one. Here we go. Okay, 11. So differentiate the expression. So I notice here, I am noticing here, shoot, I feel like last year I did it a little differently. Okay, sorry. All right, let me try this. All right, let me try two different ways. All right, so we know that y is equal to y of x. So we're going to need a y prime after a y derivative. Okay, the derivative of, so I'm taking the derivative of every term. I notice right away that I'm going to need product rule. So I guess I'll go like this. Yeah. All right, so the derivative of 2y, the normal derivative is 2, but a y prime needs to follow a y derivative. I'll bring down the minus. Now, inside of these parentheses, I'm going to do the product rule on this. So the derivative of x squared is 2x, bring down the y, plus, bring down the x squared. The derivative of y is 1, but I need to follow that with a y prime. All right, so I put a y prime, plus 3. Then I'm gonna distribute. Okay, there's that. Okay, now let me try this a little bit differently than I even did the other one and see if you guys can follow. All right, so here's an option if you don't want to group the product and then distribute the negative. So here's another way that you could do it. Okay, so the derivative of 9y squared, regular derivative, is 18y, but you got to follow with a y prime. Then I know I need product rule here. So I'm going to take the derivative of, let me try it the other way. Derivative of negative 2x is negative 2, bring down the y to the 4th. Then, like normally you'd have a plus, but then you're just going to bring down the negative 2x. So let me just go right to minus 2x. And then the derivative of y to the 4th is 4y to the 3rd. You got to follow with a y prime, plus 30x to the 9th. All right, so there's, I mean, you could do it that way too. That's a little different than I even showed at that beginning demo. So 18y, y prime, minus 2y to the 4th, minus 8x, y cubed, y prime, plus 30x to the 9th. Okay, when I do it on my own, it's only because I'm teaching it that I'm kind of like just tripping up how I want to present it. When I do it on my own, I do this. Okay, but if you think that it's going that this way is not going to work for you, then by all means, group and then distribute the negative. Okay.